Hangman probably just little bitch. As he's walking out.
Yeah, he does. Bitch.
Okay, so there was that.
And I kind of like, so how'd it go? And
I tried to fight a guy for that wizard hat, but he wasn't going to take it.
oh,
Hangman got a cool beret.
Yeah, my dude, check it. Fits really well.
yeah, nice. Sorry to hear about the wizard hat, but the beret is it's good.
Beret reminds me of the color of the chicken's waddles back in old Higginstonia.
Right.
It called out to me. I just
Well.
had to have it.
To the keep.
Onward, my dude.
Yep.
Okay.
And on our way there, I'm going to drink the rest of my dwarven ale.
Oh,
Should have spilled some of that on the clothes in the clothing
I
store.
was like dribbling it back.
How much is this? And
What is
just
this, the hat?
Use the
Alright.
mug to point and just splash everything.
So as Nox drinks the rest of his mug, as the last couple of drops of the liquid go down his throat, you guys watch as he has his head back and he's drinking out of the mug, and you watch as these white gray hairs start appearing on his chin, above his lip, and on his neck, and it grows out to be about a 1/4 inch long, and you now have a visible beard.
whoa.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Knox. Do you?
I'm looking at the mug.
Well,
Who's
my
in
dude,
that?
You got a righteous beard now.
Does it look righteous?
It is very righteous.
Well, I can't tell. I can't see my face.
I can see your face.
Well, as you're meeting up with Heskar at the fountain, you take the rest of this, and then they tell you that happened, and you kind of just lean over the water and look at yourself in the reflection. And it is for somebody of your age, it adds some definite charisma, makes you more of a silver fox.
Hey.
But your tusks are still sticking out beneath the small amount of hair that's grown in your face now.
Might need to be a little more careful spitting. You might catch it in your beard.
And eating.
Yeah, true.
Say with experience.
It's my
finding
flavor
a
saver.
mustache is a real danger.
And is this, do I know if this is lasting a duration or what?
Probably don't know.
It feels like your own hair. It seems like until you cut it, it'll be there.
Huh.
Wow. He wasn't lying. And I have never heard that term before, I think. Grow hair.
Huh. Maybe I should.
Those dwarves, man, they do not mess around with their alcohol.
I kind of
not.
like scratch my chin. I'm like, I don't think that would have looked good on me.
It
I
just
kind
makes
of
your
envision
scales
that.
get bigger.
And just like, yeah, just looked like I don't know, a papaya with like a lot of visible fuzz.
Yeah.
Pineapple
does-
or something.
Yeah, it looked like a pineapple with a lot of fur on it. It was just like, ugh.
You would probably grow like like the spines that the Argonians have in the Morrow or the Elder Scrolls games.
Right. Yeah,
It would probably be like that, but like shaped like a beard.
that would not look
That would look
good.
very odd. It looked like a disease.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would
that's
look
what,
like a-
I was thinking about that, because it's a magical effect. You just instantly grow a beard, no matter if you're capable of growing a beard or not.
That's why I said you don't have a keratin in you, because that's what the
Scales
hairs
are made out of carrots.
Still don't know what that is, but yeah, that's nasty. Well,
Hair evolved from scales.
I hand
That's
my
large,
wolf
so
companion a little more
Scales,
piece of meat,
feathers,
and
that's how it went.
come on, boy.
Are you naming this dude?
I'm still thinking about it.
Okay.
Is it a boy or girl? I guess I didn't ask him.
Roll a 1d4.
You just looked under the dinosaur skirts.
2.
It's a male.
Okay.
Better get that thing neutered,
And-
Scar.
It helps. The thing that helps give you some insight into that is that as you're walking towards the keep, he kind of veers off for a moment and goes to the corner of a building and lifts his leg and takes a leak on it.
Nice.
Hingman says, nice.
Nice. Hingman probably would try to start pissing. No.
No, I can pee higher than you.
And with this thing being a wolf, like the size that it is, it's a good foot, maybe foot and a half taller than Hingman.
Dang.
Perfect.
Hingman can.
It's bigger than your average dog, but it's nowhere near a dire wolf size.
Gotcha.
All right, well, I guess we'll meet up with Wainred, who I wonder what he's doing at this moment.
The old Transformers logo flip.
Direwolves were real. They were real animals.
They were or
Yeah,
are?
They were.
They
They were
were.
from the Ice Age, and you know what blew my mind even more?
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age. Who killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Anyway, they're the same size as gray wolves. So like RPGs lied to me. They're not bigger than any other wolf. They were just the same size as gray wolves.
Oh.
Son of a bitch.
Not here, motherfucker.
Not in this world though.
Nope.
This is a world of make believe.
They're gonna be like 6 feet at the shoulder.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta be
D&D
without-
direwolves
Yeah,
are
dude.
fucking huge.
Dire animals are freaking huge.
Dire brown bear, if I remember from the monster manual, is like 15 feet tall at the shoulder when they're on all fours. When
That's
they
like-
stand
It says
up, they're
that
like
a typical dire bear is 12 feet long and weighs as much as 8,000 pounds.
oh my god.
What the?
Sounds like a good pet.
I could ride that.
Is it
So
12 feet tall
yeah.
from nose to butt?
Hingman's like,
It just says 12 feet long. That's probably what they're talking about, nose to butt.
He could. He
That's
could talk
about
to
the
it.
size of a polar bear. Polar bears are about 11, 12 feet tall. But that's long.
But including the mass of fur, as well as the like spines and ridges that grow out of a dire bear, it would be considerably bigger than a polar bear.
for sure.
Especially if you cast it
Good one,
large on
Hingman.
it. Because you can cast in large on your little pup.
Be big enough to swipe a whole town away in one swoop.
All right, Wainred, what are you doing?
I am looking into the history of Ethan's tract. Trying to glean any sort of information or clue as to why
So
an
you were-
undead horde would show up there.
You were heading to the library?
Yes.
Okay.
I guess that's what my
All right,
intention
so-
is once I get to the library.
Yep, you go to the keep and ask your way to the library, since Knox was the only one to go there before. And you're pointed down hallways and into rooms, and you eventually do get to the small library that is within Lord Blackwell's keep. And there's the same young woman is still there, just taking inventory and corresponding with other people who are running around this keep and just continuing their task of making sure they know everything that's in here, what might need to be distributed to people. And when you ask her about the section for just general history on places in Danlin, she just points you over to a section with some, historical type texts like that.
Nice.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Yeah, you do find one book that is about the area of Ethan's Tract before it was even that town, but like before the town even started. And it just catalogs a lot of the same stuff as some of the pieces of correspondence and notes and letters and things that you found in Ethan's Tract. Just like, on this date, this building was founded, and this just history of the town. But at a certain point, it just stops.
Oh. Does this book have like an index in it at all?
No.
Shoot.
It's written like a journal where it goes date by date.
Okay. So it's not like a textbook.
Weird.
No.
Does it say who it was written by?
It's just credited to the founders of Ethan's Tract.
Okay. And am I able to glean any clues as to why undead would show up there?
Nope. It's a lot of mundane information, and then at a certain point, the entries stop.
It's like an archive.
Yeah. What's the last entry?
The last entry is just talking about day-to-day stuff, like, you know, town's doing okay. People are coming and going. Just kind of, if like, you know, notable deaths of anybody recently or anything like that. But it's still just mundane information.
Okay. Is I guess the date of the last entry, like, does that coincide with the date that the town like evacuated or got wrecked?
It does. It looks like it was probably somewhere close to a decade ago that the last entry was written.
Read the last entry.
It was just
Well, I'm not there,
day-to-day. Last entry was just day-to-day stuff. So that tells me that this happened suddenly and completely out of the blue. There you go. I guess now I just want to look for more info on undead. I mean, I guess I should know quite a bit since I'm a paladin, but it doesn't hurt to freshen up on that kind of stuff.
You probably read the book.
Okay, make another investigation check.
Okay. $17. I'm actually getting good rolls.
They do have books, like a lot, like you even, you know, look at the book that Nox looked at before, the catalog of monsters, and there is information here to be found on undead, but nothing that you don't already know.
Okay.
In your training as a paladin and the temples that you've, you know, stationed yourself in, you were, you know, pretty thoroughly educated on the undead.
Chill. I guess reflecting back on the night we were attacked, am I able to remember or recall any sort of like special undead that was in the horde, or any sort of like feeling that there was like some sort of commander type ordering them around? Or is it just a random roving horde of undead?
Well, thinking back to that night, you do recall that they were wearing uniforms that were like tattered and had been deteriorating over the years. So there were, you know, one or two that looked like they were maybe of a different station due to the uniform, but nothing leading you to believe that like one of them was leading the others or anything.
Am I able to recall what the symbol on this uniform was, or any sort of identifying logos or symbols, so I can try to find a book on that?
There was no sort of symbology to be found. It was like just kind of basic colors,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was.
like a kite.
It wasn't
Type
like
pattern
heraldry or
with-
anything like that?
Nope.
Okay.
And it's at this point that the other three enter the room with the wolf padding alongside, and the young woman kind of gives a gasp of panic for a moment, but then you tell her that it's tame and everything's cool.
Yeah, just kind of give her a little wave of the hand and
It's my security dog.
just pet him.
Well, I want to relay the information that I found out to my dudes. Let them know that whatever happened in Ethan's tract was suddenly and unexpected. And I want to show them the journal entry that the last journal entry that coincides with just everything going quiet there.
The year was 1982.
1982.
What
damn
the?
It's my favorite Rob story.
Well,
It's a great journal.
sounds like
A troubled young man.
like
Hemingway.
whatever happened was not a gradual thing, at least on the surface it seems.
Yeah.
Does it mention who wrote this, or was it just kind of a collaboration?
It looks
It
like
appears to be a collaboration
the
of
founders.
the town founders.
It says
Town
founders.
founders.
Yeah, what Knox said.
Well, maybe Ben will know more about these founders.
Maybe. 'Cause this honestly just kind of opens more questions than answers.
It kind of reconfirms a lot of the stuff that we already knew.
Yeah, our suspicions that we already had.
It seemed to be a upstart town, and very abruptly wasn't.
Yeah.
Wilson, can we, before we would have entered, do we see the big scar in the sky still looming over us?
Nope, that's been gone for a few weeks now. It was only present that first night that you guys left the underwater temple and went back to Angler's Island. After that night, it disappeared.
I'd like to look into if I can find a book about that.
Okay, make an investigation check, please.
Okay, okay.
Oh, dubs.
Dang.
So you find 3 separate books, one on astronomy, another one on the sort of things associated with rituals and spells of that kind, and also one on just talking about deities and greater spirits, things like that. And just perusing through all 3 of them, there are mentions of different occasions of things like that being a sort of heralding or a sign of something.
That's good to know. More insight on what that was.
Hmm.
I kind of look over to Heskar. I found a little information about that scar in the sky.
Hmm.
It could possibly be a ritual of an oncoming omen, maybe?
And does it give any information about the time frame? Omen before usually preludes.
I'll look.
Something a lot
Do I
worse.
notice, or can I discern from the duration of when we first saw it, what if there's any other entry on things like this happening and what occurred after it showed up?
There are just, accounts of myths or tales or actual supposed, factual loggings of, like, there was a flash of light and then this thing appeared, or there was a rumbling in the earth and then, a hole opened up and people were sucked in. Just different things of, like, sort of a precursor signal type of phenomenon.
Hmm.
It seems that once the tear was broke, it was instantaneous. So whatever came through that tear, or whatever what happened, it was just in that instant.
Well,
I don't think it's an ongoing thing, or that something is to come. I think that was the occurrence, and
whatever came through is here.
is here.
Ugh. Well, I can't say that bodes well for anybody, but I feel like we might need to enlist a little bit of help in that, because that seems to be of a order of magnitude larger than our normal day-to-day operations.
Yeah, we're dealing with ritualistic and deities and the cosmos. We're dealing with a lot.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll maybe sort this Ethan's track thing out, and then hopefully by that time the totem that you found might be researched further. We haven't received any word on that yet, but I imagine that might be a little bit difficult to reach us when we're not in Hearthmount.
Mm-hmm.
We sent it to, what was it, Crimson Grove?
Elador.
Elador, yep.
Okay.
Elador is where it was sent to.
By Mogren.
Mogren, yes.
Let's do it.
Well, I guess I don't really think we have anything else to glean from here.
Mm-hmm.
Just spread, drop off our
booze.
parting gifts and head out first thing tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
I think since I'm broke, I might have to spend some time scavenging, like, a few days' rations.
Well, I imagine we could probably
I mean,
get something.
Gregory is confident.
for the road.
That's true.
It's on the house at Gregory's.
That's true, but I only got, like, one ration left.
If you want to burn it, that's cool.
I'm not gonna eat it if Gregory's giving us free food. I'm just saying, like, once we actually leave.
You're
Oh,
Yeah, let's,
maybe get something.
We'll see.
hunt.
We'll see if he has something to offer,
Okay.
for purchase. We'll get it together for the group.
For purchase.
Well, I mean, he's been putting us up for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm broke as a joke.
we'll be able to cover each other. Well,
between
I
the
guess-
sheets.
yeah, I guess we'll head out.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Haha. No, that one's too easy. He wouldn't. That's what she said.
No, he would. Totally would.
No. All
Gotcha
right.
goes for the low hanging fruit.
There's
That's what she said.